Yes, guys, welcome back to the Once You're In podcast. I've just started this because we were chatting about sleep before we were going to start recording. And I thought I'll record because this is a good chat. So basically, Reese was asking me what's up with me because today I usually would be at the gym on a rest day. I usually go and do cardio and abs and stuff, and we plan to move some stuff at the side of the unit into a skip in the different unit. But anyway, I told him I wasn't going in because I felt pretty fucked. And basically, my sleep's been a bit naff the last like 2 nights. And then you asked me,
Yeah.
what did you ask me?
I said to you, how bad are we talking? And I wasn't expecting, yo, bro, my sleep's been 37 on Overreaching or whatever. I was more so expecting you to go, oh, I woke up a few times, or I couldn't get to bed, or I woke up and I was wired. So,
So this is when I said I don't track my sleep
yeah,
because I just think I honestly think tracking sleep causes more issues than it's worth. I don't think there's really much benefit. You can tell if you've slept well or not just based
yeah,
on what time you went to bed, what time you got up, how many times you woke up in the night, etc. So yeah, I don't track my sleep. I don't use Oura Ring or anything like that like I have in the past. But yeah, I don't know. I've just been feeling like I'll go to bed and I feel a bit wired, and I think it's maybe just 'cause I've been a bit busier like work wise, but maybe I've still been like finishing work at the same time and switching off at the same time and stuff, but just going to bed a bit more wired, taking a bit longer to like actually fall asleep. And even when I do fall asleep, I feel like I'm just like waking up constantly through the night. I'm not going for like loads of wheeze. Like obviously, as you get leaner, you'll go to the toilet more, but I only really go once, and like that's I just limit my fluid like as the day goes on. I like front load it and then taper it off. But yeah, just feeling like dead restless and like just like my brain's like ticking over, and I never really have that. I'm pretty good at just like switching off, like, and I always wind down in the evening and stuff. So yeah, my sleep's been a bit naff for 2 nights. So yeah, I basically took today as like a complete rest day, which has been nice, and I've been able to get on top of work. I still got a bit more to do after this,
yeah.
but like you don't realize it, and realistically, it's not a lot, mate. Like my rest days aren't hard, like at all. Like I do my steps to 12K. I
Did you
do
do your
20 minutes
steps?
on the Stairmaster.
Did
Huh?
you do your steps today as usual, or did you bring them down?
No, I brought them down to like 8 to 10. I'm on like six
Yeah,
and a half.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I do 20 minute stairs. I do abs and calves. But like, obviously, I messaged you this morning. I was like, mate, I can't remember the last time I didn't drive to the gym. Like
Mm,
every day, I've been to the gym for months.
yeah,
Like, so probably since literally my like what Christmas, like when I was on holiday in Christmas. Like since then, because I've been doing cardio and abs and stuff every rest day. And like again, it's not far. It's 20 minute drive, but like
no,
still just driving to and from the gym, and also like because we own the gym, you do have to chat with people. I have a lot of clients there,
yeah,
so like today just not having to go to the gym has been nice. Charlie came over for an in-person check-in because I'd usually see him at the gym on
yeah.
like his push days, but that was obviously sound. He lives around the corner anyway, so yeah, felt like it was needed. Feel pretty good for it. Should get a better night's sleep tonight. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. No, to be
Go for
fair, man, it's probably just the mental state of like again being slightly overworked, be and as well like being in a gym like that you know people in. It's going to result in like you just not relaxing fully because you're always not on edge, but you're like, oh, someone will speak to you, or you have to like make appearances and smile and stuff like that. And like again, even the music, like you go into a gym where it's like that's placed for you to kind of crack on and switch on, like that sort of like neurologic drive, like from a mental standpoint, will still probably switch on and it will still fire where your body will be like, "Were you here to train?" Even though if you're not. So right, I remember when I was like obviously like not really deep in prep, but like even certain times like midway through, I was like, you know what, it's a rest day. I'm not supposed to be in today. I'm just gonna not go in, or I'd go in and do my cardio. I think there was a few weekends where I was like, I went in before it opened just because I was like, I just want to go in, be on my own, be peaceful. Like go in at like 6, 7 a.m. and I was like, yeah, sound cool. I'm not really. It's not anything personal. It's just like when you are a little bit battered, any external stimulus sometimes isn't warranted, and you just want to be like, just want to be on my own, or I want to be with my girlfriend or whatever, and I just want to do what I need to do and then crack on and chill.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like way better at like listening to the signs as well. Like even like my stomach, like the last 2 days just hasn't felt right. Like and
Mm.
as like as like you'd say that they're saying like, oh, listen to your gut. But like
Yeah.
that kind of feeling of like I just tell like my digestion's not been bad at all, but it's not been right. Like my
Mm.
stomach just feels a bit like not food isn't sitting 100%, and my appetite's like I'm not hungry. I'm on like my food's quite low. I'm not hungry. Like that's not a good sign. Like so yeah, I've chilled out a bit more today. Appetite's been a bit better, so
Yeah.
all is
I
good.
that's
New
something.
low this morning, bro.
Oh, sick. What were you in?
46 kilos.
Hell yeah, man. Heaviest natty of all time.
I know, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be unbeatable,
Yeah.
undeniable. No, it's
What actually were you? Hmm?
82.6.
Okay, fair enough. Sick. Yeah. I think the stomach side of things. I've never had bad digestion from like I just end up not going to the toilet, but I never like feel like my stomach feels off. I
No,
just
I
end up
don't
just
mean bad digestion. Like, what I mean is, when you just feel a bit like sickly. Like,
yeah,
I'm not like ready for my next meal, or I'm not like looking forward to my meal. I'm just a bit
yeah,
like stomach just doesn't feel
yeah,
great. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I also like again just with my food being a bit lower, bowel movements. I'm probably going like once every couple of days, and even then it's not much. You know what I mean? So it's like I've got Digest Max, but I'm not having it every single day. I'm just sort of having it if when I feel like I need to.
Yeah, no, I get that. I think the what you mentioned about like because for me, like I said, I don't get the bad digestion or whatever, but I'll get the like I said, lack of toilet like trips, but also as well like the feeling of like zero empathy towards everything, and then like the feel of just zombie like mentality in regards to like appetite being non-existent when like you should have some appetite. There should be like it shouldn't be where you're starving, but you should have some appetite response. And it was like I remember saying to Snide multiple times, like I am not hungry at all. Like, and it would just like it would go immediately, and then I'd be like, I don't know, something would happen. I'd be like, I don't care, and I'm like, okay, I'm clearly a bit too fucked because I should have some hunger or I should care. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, and
I feel
but
like
there's
when
times. Sorry, I'm sure jump in. There's times where I think like you need to listen to that. I also think as well, like with the modern fucking like retatrutide, peptide stuff like this, it's actually making it because appetite is like one of the main signal factors towards like how your body's working. If you're really lean and your appetite just randomly tanks, probably pretty fucked, bro. You know?
I was going to say, I feel like the more preps that you do or the more diets that you do, the easier it is to actually assess whether or not you're just a bit hungry, you need to push on, or
Yeah.
whether you're pretty battered. And again, like for me, like mate, 20 minutes cardio, doing steps, etc. Like it's not hard at all. Like I've pushed myself like way harder than that before, but that's when I've just looked worse. And like yesterday's session, Sanaya spotted me for all 3 sets on the leg press. Shout out, Sanaya.
Yeah, she told me she was like Finn did 3 sets and he was in the gym for like 7 hours apparently. You were doing like a 7 hour leg workout.
Yeah, no, I was in the gym for like 3.5 hours because that my leg sessions do take me a while, but also I have the time to do it, so I'm not
And also,
rushing.
mate, you have shit legs, so it makes sense.
Exactly. But that session, like usually, I do so I've only recently increased that to 3 sets. Usually, I'll do 2 sets, and then I'm like, oh fuck it, I feel good. Let's do a third. Whereas like yesterday, it was my first session back at full volume, and I was like, really don't want to do this. I did it. I was like, I really don't want to do it, and like even that feeling of like, oh, instead of like, here we go, like that, I can sort of tell when I'm a bit like, oh, I'm a bit bad, but. Yeah, I was expecting my weight to drop as well because obviously I didn't have that high day on Monday, and also I always drop after that Wednesday leg session. I always drop after legs. Like a lot of my clients gain weight after legs. My theory is if you've got good legs, you gain weight after legs because they hold inflammation. If you've got shit legs, you lose weight because you're just burning calories and your legs are just wasting away.
Yeah, mate. When I was when I was prepping, I was doing obviously like my muscle volumizer into my quads, and like genuinely, I'd be like 3 kilos up the next day because it'd be that inflamed, and like it was hilarious because I would be like, "What weight are you?" And I was like, "Well, I was 3 kilos heavier than yesterday, but I actually should be about a kilo down." And then like it would come off, and then I'd train legs again. So it was the reason why the scale just meant nothing because like it was so much inflammation and like just swelling to a muscle. That I was like, yeah, I'm just holding like genuinely like 8 pounds of fluid and inflammation in my legs, and it was like I didn't care, and it actually made because I didn't even weigh myself at the end of prep. Like the last couple of weeks, I took my scales with me to Italy, just so I could make sure that I wasn't dropping weight. But like that was it. Like it wasn't a oh my god, I hope that I don't go up or anything. It was like I can just look at myself in the mirror and say, yeah, I look sound or I don't, you know.
The closer you are, the less
Yeah, it's
important.
easier. When like right now, you're not going to be on. Oh, you're not going. Oh, sorry, Finn. You're not going to be looking your best at 80 plus kilos. If you're going to continue to diet, and if it is a prep, if it's not, who cares? You're going to be in the 70s. So like as a result, that sort of like linear outlook on okay, my body weight does need to go down over the next 7 days,
You
10
get
days.
to a certain point, don't you, where like you're at a point where it's like, okay, I probably don't need to look at the scale as much, but if you're still like pretty fat, like you're not going to be
Yeah.
that weight on stage.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I was chatting, and this is nothing bad. Did you see Richard out of our gym? Did you see him have a pizza the other night?
Richard.
Richard Farthing.
All right, yeah, he's prepping as well, yeah.
Yeah, lovely Richard. Yeah, so he's like 14 weeks out, And like, I thought maybe, I saw a story and he was having a pizza. I went up to him, I was like, Richie, you still prepping, bro? And he was like, yeah. I was like, how come you had a pizza the other night? And he was like, oh, we do like calories and macros and stuff. And I was like, probably best not to do that as close as you get into the show. I was like, in the day, bro, listen to you and your coach. But like, probably not going to be ideal to be like 6 weeks out having a pizza. I was like, because it's not going to be that good. And then he was chatting to me like about rates of loss and stuff. And like he was, I think he's been 77 kilos. Shout out Jordan Allen, 77 kilos. He's been 77 kilos for like however long. Like I think it's been like the last 3 weeks. And he was like, oh, so aiming for 4 weeks of pushing down, stuff like this. And I was like, but let's be honest, bro, you're not going to be on stage in the 70s, like, and you're 7 kilos off getting to the 60s. So like, you just need to get the scale down. Like, you don't need to think anything other than like rates of loss or anything. Just get the scale down, don't eat pizza, and just push yourself a bit harder. I said, that's what I'd do, and then it makes it easier.
Yeah, I haven't seen what condition he's in, so I wouldn't know.
He's not in a bad spot. He's just obviously for a first timer who's like 14 weeks out, like, and he's a lovely dude. I just don't want him to where he like has to really, really push himself because most people have to as a first timer. Like, even if you do handle things really well, I don't really ever see it unless, again, you've been really lean before, where like the last 8 weeks, it's not like, oh, gonna have to do a bit more, stuff like that. That's quite common for even experienced coaches who have gone through it plenty of times, because sometimes, especially when you're a natural first timer, you're not gonna have loads of muscle. Your body might not respond that well, and things like, again, sometimes take more effort than what they actually have done before, or not have done before, but have done before relative to where your goals are.
Yeah, I'd need to see how he's looking to sort of at least try and get an estimation of stage weight.
Yeah.
But it's one of them, isn't it? Like, you can get on stage eating a pizza 14 weeks out, of course you can.
Mate, I had 3 pizzas in Italy, bro. The week before. But
I would argue you're better off not doing that. Like, of course you can do it, but I would argue, like, even just from a psychological standpoint, it's one of those, you could argue it the other way around, where if you restrict massively throughout the prep, you're going to want to eat everything, whereas, I've had a pizza X weeks out, you know what I mean? So it's fine. Like, but I just think, like, from a routine standpoint, like, more so like the potential digestive stress that it causes of having something completely different that could then cause issues for the next 3-4 days. Then you've had like a bit of a week of wasted fat loss, or your training's not been as great because you've just been feeling a bit naff. Like,
I wouldn't even say digestion. I think that's something that people say, it's digestion. Like, it's more so just the actual act of consistency and keeping things stable. Like, if it fits your macros worked at a competitive bodybuilding level, like the truly genetic elites wouldn't have to be eating chicken, broccoli, and fucking rice, for 3 meals a day. Like, if you look at, let's say, again, the top dudes, they're not doing, if it fits your macros, and having protein ice cream and having Oreos instead of dark chocolate, Like, and they're like the genetic elite. So if the genetic elites aren't doing it, like Samson Dowder and stuff in a prep, cool. You as a guy who's just a first timer probably can't get away with it. With the lean you get and the closer you get.
I also just think that it's just easier.
Yeah,
like,
just
having a meal plan, it's just easier. It saves the fucking hassle of thinking, what can I fit in? The fucking decision fatigue of doing that, of like getting like fucking spending hours on MyFitnessPal trying to see what you can fit into your calories and your macros. Fuck that. Like, it might feel like it's more balanced and a better way of doing things, but like realistically, competitive bodybuilding, it's not very balanced. Like, and doing that kind of thing, like, I honestly think it just makes it way harder. I think dieting's so easy if you just stick to the same foods you had in off season, just eat less of them, just accept you're going to be a bit hungry.
Yeah, and as well, funnily enough, this isn't about the same situation, but I got asked on a question, like, I know I spoke about it earlier about retatrutide, and it was like, should you take retatrutide as the first time? And I said, like, effectively it'll make the prep easier, but as a result, I actually think like the amount of character building skills you develop in your first proper prep can really change things for you if you take things positively on that prep and you go, like, because most people's first preps are the most extreme they've been when it comes to restriction, when it comes to mentality, when it comes to routine. And I think, like, those are the things that, like, again, in a way, like, if you said to me, hey, Reece, you can have a pizza every week of prep, and you look the exact same, in a weird way, like, now it wouldn't make a huge difference, but, like, when I started out, I really enjoyed the weird aspect of, like, I've gone 7 months and I've not ate a single bit that I shouldn't have ate, or like I've ate anything different. I've just had the same foods. I've been so relentless with it. And also as well, it makes food focus, as you said, like, about food noise, but like food focus in regards to, like, if you're eating those meals, you're going to be thinking about it. You're going to be thinking, oh my God, I'm eating this cream of rice. This doesn't compare to my Dominoes that I've been having every week,
That's one thing, like, obviously just I'm having the exact same, like, even like my training day and my rest day is similar. Like, on a rest day I have salmon. other than that, my meals are pretty much identical. I'm not. I don't have any quote unquote cravings. I just want what my normal meal plan is. You know what I mean? It's just like I enjoy those meals. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a bit more of them, but like I'm not going down fucking aisles in Tesco or Aldi like looking at what I fancy.
Yeah.
Like whereas in the past, like I would have done that even at this stage. Like I'm not even that fucking lean, but like I've been dieting a while and I've pulled off like over 10 kilos now. Like,
Mm.
but I wouldn't be like at this stage last time. I wouldn't be like as sort of just like relaxed with food as I am now. Like I don't really care. I just want to have my normal meals. I enjoy them. They suit my routine well. They all digest well. Like they're all nice, but they're
Yeah.
not like massively extravagant.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, right. Do you want to get into the questions? Because we don't have that long. I've messaged the
Yeah.
dude saying probably best to do about 10 past, so we've got like 20 minutes.
Sound. I've got questions from the
Yeah.
Monday episode still.
Yeah, sure. Cool. Right, as you get them up, mate, I shall just navigate into the office because Sanai has come back. So apologies if everyone can hear like the plates and stuff. Of course, Sanai's in the kitchen putting plates back, as every female should. You know, when it comes to tidying the kitchen.
Because you, the male Reese, doesn't do anything.
Yeah, here we go.
You do literally do nothing. Even in the
I know,
gym,
I know, it's crazy. You know, it's mental that Sanai actually decides to put with me and not leave me. You know.
It actually is. Yeah, she won't forever, mate.
Oh,
Will
yeah.
do if she realises what is she doing.
Yeah, she'd be like, "Why am I with this fucking retard?"
Can't say that.
Yes, I can. I can say what the fuck I want. Right.
Right,
Walking, talking.
did Josh Croggan message you today about the podcast?
No, did he say is he coming on? Did he invite himself?
No, about Monday. I'll tell you about it afterwards.
Oh no! Come on. What was it with that? Do you want something cut out or something?
No, he just basically got like I'll talk to you about it afterwards. Basically, I think you just got to be careful with his sponsors. So we spoke about we did the one last week on Monday about can you build a good enough back.
Yeah.
So this is one that would have been good for all three of us, but we didn't have time. From Ed, Ed Rimmel, my client. Build your perfect footballer. IQ, height, left foot, right foot, mentality.
Okay, let's just go one by one. So let's say what starts off with the first one. What IQ?
IQ, yeah.
I'm gonna say you're gonna say Paul Scholes.
Not a bad shout.
I'm gonna say Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Great with both feet, knows how to whip a ball in, can play a pass through the eye of a needle. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne.
Maybe someone like Pirlo. I feel like he's just always like good on the ball and like always scanning and good passing. Like
Did you
trying to think of somebody like who just always has time.
Yeah.
He's always free. Like that. I feel like that's football IQ. You like always have space. Like you're constantly scanning.
Apparently that Pirlo injured his right knee in a game and played like 4 games like in like a title charge for AC Milan, with his left leg because obviously he's right-footed. So he like did it like a whole 4 games only passing with one side because he couldn't use his other leg, which is crazy. Yeah, ridiculous. I think, but if you're also as well, you've got to think like IQ, like Virgil van Dijk's reading of the game is ridiculous, but like that's the principle IQ. You don't think of that. Like, I personally say De Bruyne when it comes to like variety of how he played, but then also he was so technically good. So like, and I feel like a lot of De Bruyne's sort of like IQ was just more so him banking on the chance that one of his through balls was going to work.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to think like IQ in the sense of somebody who's not actually the best player, like, just somebody who's like seemed to be constantly in space and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Pirlo was good. Height.
Probably like Ekatike's. Or what do we like his physical capabilities? Like Ekatike's build's pretty good for a striker. Ibrahimovic,
Pogba. Like that kind of like
like long-legged, Patrick Vieira sort of build. That being said, cool. Yeah.
Yaya Toure.
Yeah. If you go on the technical build though, like you could easily go Pirlo with like Marco Verratti's body, and go for just like a 5'6", just or like Kante. Like imagine Kante with Pirlo's brain, and then like let's say Iniesta's right foot and who's a left-footed maestro midfielder. I don't even know if there's like a good left-footed midfielder. Let's just say Messi's left foot.
Yeah, left foot Messi, right foot.
Now, you know what? I'm going to go for the odd shout. It's Shaqiri, mate. Left foot. Baller.
Yeah. Or even like left foot, you could say like Gareth Bale left foot.
Yeah. Right
Right
foot.
foot. I feel like you can't say Ronaldo. It's just like
Yeah.
Ronaldo would be good for mentality.
Yeah, he would actually. Yeah. Is there a mentality one or not? Or
That's
is
the
it?
next one, yeah.
Okay.
Ronaldo for mentality. Left
Yeah.
foot, we'll have to say Messi.
Right foot. Wazza. Give me Rooney.
Yeah, yeah, we'll
No,
have
no,
that.
no, 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 no. Harry Kane. Harry Kane's right foot. Passing, shooting, mate. He's got every finish.
I feel
And
like Rooney's
yeah.
Rooney or Harry Kane. I'd have Rooney.
Strong foot and then weak foot. Because, like, like, I don't know, someone like
Fancy
Arnold,
because
or, like Neymar, someone whose weak foot just didn't really exist.
yeah, it's like Santi Cazorla. Weak foot
Yeah.
was just strong
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah.
Right, that's enough football.
Yeah.
Um, you'll like this one, mate. Top five protein flavors and their brand.
Yes, can't wait. Love these questions. Like, it's so good that my camera's fucking froze at the same time. It's literally just a perfect expression of these fucking questions. Jesus Christ. No, I'm back. What happened there? Top five. What was it? Top five protein flavors. Is it a serious question, do you reckon, or not?
Top five protein flavors and their brand. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just choose one. Like,
What do
no
you mean?
disrespect to the guy, but I wouldn't know five protein. Like, obviously, I know five protein flavors, but I
Yeah.
couldn't think of like, oh, here's five that
Yeah.
I like.
I'd say.
I like the Perform chocolate brownie batter.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
I like Conte's vanilla ice cream. That is
Yeah.
banging.
I agree.
Salted caramel Conte is also banging.
Yeah. Reasonable.
And it digests. I mean, Perform digests fine for me in
Yeah.
moderate amounts, but I feel like Conte's
Yeah.
is a
It's
higher
just a bit.
quality way.
Yeah, it's an isolate and concentrate blend, so it's not like just direct concentrate. And also, Perform is like 28% Nescaf. I've said this before, so that's why it mixes so well. So I would say like I'd probably similar brownie batter double chocolate from Perform would probably be my top two, and then similar enough the cookies and cream one, the new one, I really like that. That's good. They do like a caramel chocolate one as well. It's quite nice as a shake, but it's got that like cinnamony sort of smell to it, which I don't know why it just doesn't. I can't
Yeah,
have
a lot of them have that
it.
artificial smell, don't they? Or that
Yeah,
artificial taste.
and
A
yeah,
lot of weight.
it really doesn't. I don't know why. Like I can drink it, but if I smell it, I'm like, oh, I don't know why I
Yeah,
can't.
it like makes. Yeah, I'm the same. Makes you like gag.
Yeah, it's like I've had too much of it, or there's something acidic about it that my body just doesn't like. It was ever since
It's just like an artificial. There's something so artificial about some of them.
yeah,
It's like that. I've said it on the podcast before when I bought like a 5 kilo bag of cinnamon Danish from my protein, and I
mhm,
honestly had to like. I was like
yeah,
being sick drinking it to get rid of
yeah,
the 5 kilos when I was like
yeah,
16.
yeah. Same with me with like a fucking strawberry milkshake, bulk powders or my protein. Can't remember, but it was like the first mouthful I had, I realised I was like, oh fuck. Fucked it. And I was like literally like 15 or 16. And I like looked at the bag and I was like, what am I gonna do? Like genuinely like it was a summer of just pain. Like just every time and like I didn't have enough money to buy another like pack. And I
Yeah,
was like, I've saved for
it's
this.
funny that in it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Well like
now,
now yeah,
like without sounding like a twat, like obviously yes, we have more money than we were fucking 14.
yeah,
But like now, if I got a way that I didn't like, I'd just be like, oh, there's a way I don't like there. Anyone in the gym want it?
yeah. Yeah. But then also we do have sponsors, and the annoying thing is when you need a sponsor, you're not sponsored. So like
Yeah.
now, if I lost all my sponsorships, I can afford my own stuff, and I will happily buy my own stuff. But like, if you gave me the same sponsorships that I had when I was like 16, I would have been so happy. But like now, it's like you take it for granted in a way because it's just a bit of money that you've already got, which is a bit
Yeah.
backwards, you know. So everyone just
It is
stop
like
people
it's
that
like
left.
really famous people getting free shit all the time, and it's
Yeah,
like getting into events for free because they're famous, and it's like
yeah,
just appearances. It's like it is once you have wealth or fame, like
yeah,
it's a lot easier to keep it.
yeah. Agreed. Right, one from Jack. He asked me this when he was massaging me, which is a bit weird because it was about penises. So, cheers, Jack. I was in my boxes and he was actually just looking directly at my cock. And he said, for every inch off your penis, you gain an inch on your arm. How many inches? So, just for reference, I asked him, 0. You're not giving any.
No chance.
Okay.
I'd take less arm.
Really?
Mate, my arms are big.
I don't know about
What
that.
I'm getting at is I've got good arms.
Relative to your physique, not good arms in general.
I don't know.
No, your arms are okay. I'm only taking the piss.
My arms are all I've got. Don't take them away from me.
So, what? Would you genuinely sacrifice an inch off your arms for an inch on your cock?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I'd say Olympia level arms like 22 inches. I got 2 inches to lose. I'll do 2 inches.
And take 2 inches. Are we on about flaccid or erect?
Erect. Flaccid, there's nothing there. I'm a girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
flaccid, there's nothing to take off.
yeah, there's literally like zero because I got done. I am a female. I am a female. Please, I'm so blessed. I never got like like kegged like trousers down as a kid because I genuinely would be like, guys, stay there. Give me a
Yeah.
moment. Give me a moment. Let me just get it hard. Trust me. It's not this small. All right. I promise, guys. Oh, funny.
Give me 2 minutes. Let me just. I was going to say about the tennis thing.
Let me just turn around and just fuck off. Just turn around and just try and rub one out. All right. No one look. This would be weird. And then there you go, guys. So yeah. Right. Next one. I got asked biggest issues with opening the gym.
All the building work, really, want it. Like getting the building work sorted and paying for the building work. Like getting the equipment is all exciting. Like that's fun. Even like painting and stuff is a bit of a ball ache, but it's still quite fun because you're seeing it all come together. But like the building work, we're not doing it, so you're not actually getting the reward yourself of seeing your own work come to fruition. You're just paying a lot of money to get some walls put up and stuff.
And especially when they come in, do 10 minutes and go for a coffee. And you're like, oh, cheers, guys. A lot of work there. Great shift.
I'd say that like that's
That's
probably
that is like unfortunately the industry that these guys like work in isn't like coaching where you're getting to the end of your day. It's like we've got a few weeks. We weren't paying them by the day, so it wasn't like they were taking the piss. They were just like, yeah, we'll get it done. But there was no immediate like right, you gotta lock in. It was like you have a few coffee breaks, you go for a few fag breaks, you do 20 minutes, then you talk about football. Like and me and Finn were just a bit like, oh, this is a bit different to what we're used to, but that's nothing bad. Like that's how most people are.
I think it is just the norm of most industries, mate. It's like if we were to work in an office, like we'd be like, what the fuck? Like I would hate to work in an office with you because we'd both be talking over each other, trying to do check-ins. We'd be like, oh mate, I'm going to do a check-in. I need to do a check-in. Like it'd be like awful. Like imagine working in an office of 50 people.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
no, like, I can't think of anything worse. Like if I can even hear something else, like in the gym, like luckily
Oh
the
yeah.
music is loud to like drown things out. But if there's let's say like in the room next door, if I'm in the office and next door there was like 4 or 5 lads chatting, having a laugh, I can't
Yeah.
concentrate. So I put my headphones in. Like imagine working in a massive busy office trying
Yeah.
to do that. No chance.
Yeah. I agree. I
Um,
like it sounds.
when Pep finally, all mine are football related. When Pep finally leaves, do you think City will struggle to adapt like Liverpool have? I feel like Liverpool didn't in the first season.
Liverpool did this season because there was a lot of turnaround, and obviously a fair few players got injured. Sold. I think it's quite harsh to say that personally. I think actually we like responded quite well because it was like Slot took what Klopp was doing and just made it a bit more efficient. But I think after any great manager goes, there's always going to be a bit of a slump. I'd personally say if you've still got Haaland, the base of like let's say again like they've signed Gehi, they've got Semenyo. I don't think like
Yeah,
they're
the team
elite
looks
players,
good
but
now,
like
isn't it?
the team
I,
is sad. Like, I actually think with a few additions they'll be like way better. Like you add let's say a winger who's consistently fit and scores goals. Let's say I don't know they go and get Rodrigo, Bradley Bacola, someone like that to like add to the like one of the flanks. Then they have
Desiree
let's say
Doué.
Rodri. Yeah,
Desiree
definitely. Yeah.
Doué.
Rodri, who actually has a year under his belt of not, well, to be fair, even 3 months of under his belt of him not like his knee exploding again, or because he's had multiple setbacks, and then maybe another like box to box midfielder, and maybe like a fit centre back to partner Gay because I feel like it's been like Kusanov, Diaz like, they've rotated, maybe
Yeah, but
around
if
that.
it's like if
And
Gay
then,
and Diaz are fit, stay fit,
yeah,
Donnarumma,
that's what I mean, yeah.
Reed,
Like, I,
Silva, and Haaland, doesn't even matter who else you've got.
And I'll be honest as well. Like, I don't think Pep's been fully invested. Like, in the sense of, I don't think he's been at the level he has been before, because he's been there for so long. And as a result, standards probably would drop off. Like when Klopp left, I was like devastated because it's Klopp, but Klopp was like genuinely washed tactically for the last like
Slacking
4
towards
years.
the end.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you said to me like, "Oh, would you take Klopp back?" I would now for the passion and for the vibes, but as an actual direct football manager. Nah, man. Like, so I think like, unless City go and sign an absolute bum, like if they get Enzo Maresca, if they get Luis Enrique, someone like that, they'll be sound because they've got so much money as well. They'll just pump money into it. But it might not be the standards of the Centurions or like the treble team, which I think is actually quite overrated if I'm honest. But like, I don't think they'll get to those standards again because they had a fit De Bruyne, Leroy Sané, and Sterling on either.
Really.
Yeah, well, yeah, Jack Grealish. Yeah, to be fair, that treble season he was alright.
He was class that year.
Yeah, a one season for 100 million, crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think of the new wave science-based lifting, e.g., arm in foam roller? I haven't paid attention to it really.
I think that they surely are taking the piss.
Yeah,
The arm in the foam roller thing, I think, is literally just for clout.
mm,
It's clickbait. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure it is. If it's not, then I don't give a fuck. Do what they want.
yeah. I don't. I think again, like we're probably a bit too old at this point to like pay attention to that sort of shit. I don't look at the foam roller and like the pads and stuff and think like they're being serious. Like, I think of it as like a clear, as you said, like either satire or. And also, think the thing is what doesn't make sense to me. If you want to do it, who the fuck cares? Like, yeah, you might be like if you're wasting your time doing something suboptimal, the only person who loses out is them. You know, and likewise, if it's optimal, they're also then winning. So who the fuck matters? You know, like it's
If
so
they love it and they feel
yeah,
like they're getting loads out of it, do what you want.
yeah. Speaking about this will get me in trouble. Hopefully, it doesn't. I saw. Are you on Yemi's close friends?
No,
Very tempted to message him, but
I don't think so.
you won't take it in a good way. Bless him. You probably would actually. Yeah, he's a good lad. He was doing some bent rows the other day, doing 4 plates, really sloppily, like pretty shit form, like really bad, like way worse than our like reps, more than mine. And I was so tempted to message him and be like, "Hey mate, these are good," like something like that. But it was like also just a bit of a piss take because Yemi's
What,
took.
on his close friends he put on?
I think so. Yeah, it might have been on his main story.
Why are you on his close friends?
I don't know. He's an enemy behind the lines. Like, that's the
He
only close friend.
literally hates you.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure he does. I don't think he does. But anyway, long story short, with that, and like, it's funny because Yemi has commented on my training, and I remember saying to her, like, or saying about it, I was like, if you don't think what I'm doing is not great, why the fuck does it matter to you? Like, who does it matter?
Remember that, like, even like a month after that argument, though, him and Ross posted a reel about doing bent rows and how they weren't meant to look perfect. It
Yeah,
was literally like a month after he'd argued with you about yours being shit. It was like, what?
yeah, it's like, and again, like, but I meant that in like no harm to Yemi. It's like Yemi, you're a fucking IFBB pro, bro. You're clear what you're doing. Like, it's got you so far. Like, he's I think changed things up since being with Jace. He's training a bit heavier and stuff. But like Yemi's execution recently on his training clips, I don't think it's not been awful, but it's not been great. But at the same time, that's not me saying anything differently. If he's trained light, high reps, stuff like that, and he's now just going, you know what, I'm just going to push myself, get as heavy and strong as possible, then clean up the form. Then cool, sick. Even if he doesn't, who the fuck cares? It's his
Yeah, do
physique.
what you want.
You know,
Yeah.
he might look better, he might look worse. Like progress speaks for itself, and I think like when you see these kids like again nowadays doing foam roller shit or whatever, it's like unless it like is legitimately like what the fuck are you doing, bro? You're gonna get injured, and then it's like maybe a cause for concern. It's like who cares? You know? Did you speaking of that? I'm surprised you get any questions. You see the reel that guy posted about Keithy?
Yeah, fucking hell.
Oh.
What? That guy he trains at
He's
Ultraflex Derby or
come to our gym a few times today.
yeah.
You
Yeah, I've
see
seen
him?
him. I'm sure I've seen him once or twice, yeah.
He's come a handful of times, and yeah. So for people that don't
Maybe
know,
it's Progress Works maybe that he trains regularly.
yeah, I can't remember. He's from some gyms around
He's
here.
from round us.
Yeah, he's a dude who we've seen before. I've not got a bad word to say about him personally. I think he's
Yeah, he seems sound, but like that was just like you're good,
yeah,
mate. You're literally asking for people to come for you.
yeah. But also, I do see like in a sense to the average fucking Ibiza final boss sort of dude like him. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what he is. Like just a holiday sort of like physique holiday.
Yeah, I
Someone said
agree.
someone
But
saying
in
they're
Keefy,
scared
like
of yeah no, but someone saying they're scared of who they become. A little bit extreme to someone whose training sort of outlook is probably going to mimic like 17 RAR.
I
You know
would
what I mean?
completely get it if Keefe was deadlifting 4 plates.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? But he's like, he's doing things that are like, what the fuck? And he's
yeah,
ridiculous, like, and he's huge,
yeah.
and like, you have no one. There's no point questioning that. You know what I
No,
mean? It's just pointless.
yeah, yeah. I agree. So yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get a question about that because that's obviously been like the drama over the
Yeah.
last few days. Because you've got all like I feel like there's certain
And then
people
everyone else has done one on top.
you don't fuck with. Like Keefe, you just don't fuck with. You know, like
Yeah.
if Keefe did something to me, I'd just be like, you know what, bro, you're right.
Yeah.
Even if he's not, I'd just be
The
like,
thing is, Keefe doesn't give a fuck either. Like,
no.
I'll joke like with Keefe about like yeah buddy reps and like he's like yeah
Mm,
like he knows that he doesn't he's not trying to train to impress anybody.
no.
He trains because he knows what he does works for him and he enjoys it. He trains really hard. He trains heavy, but his form's still good. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he doesn't train like an idiot. He trains fucking very well, and his physique shows for it. It's just leave him. That's the type of people that you just go fucking hell, let him do they're doing it right. You know what I mean? Obviously.
Yeah, yeah, legit. Yeah, sounds right. My final one. Hardest things to manage outside the gym during a prep, i.e., relationships.
Yeah, I mean, I'd just say still being as like invested into basic things that you should be, like still caring about shit. You basically just become a bit emotionless if you're not careful. You just need to be able to communicate effectively, not just relationships in terms of like a partner, but even like your family and stuff. Like I remember when I was prepping last time, and it was like my niece and nephew's birthday, and I was just absolutely fucked.
Mm,
Yeah, and like instead of just being like going for an hour and being like, oh, I'm pretty fucked, but I'm gonna come and like enjoy it. I like hung around for ages and like made sure I was there all day, and I was just miserable.
yeah,
And, like just little things like that, just being better at communicating things, and
yeah.
I also think just sort of knowing when to put on a bit of a brave face, even when if you feel like absolutely fucked, but it's like your
Mm,
fucking niece and nephew's birthday, mate,
yeah,
sort yourself out with prepping. It's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think just the act of just like winging it. I did a reel post it tonight, and I was like, it's really not that hard, you know. Like, I don't. Me and Sinai don't struggle because we speak about it. We've gone through multiple preps, and there's certain times where I'll say to her, "I'm a bit tired tonight. Like, maybe I don't want to speak that much," and she gets it, which is nice, and that's look. I'm so lucky for that. But like, I almost just try and make a bit of a joke of it in my head. I remember I went to this scare maze fest thing last year, but like a few days before PCA finals. That was like the only time where I felt like legitimately could not keep up with Sanaya and her fucking brother walking. Like I was so slow, my legs were like not working, and I was like legit just laughing to myself, going like, "Oh, I'm finally feeling like I'm in prep. Like, look, I've already done 2 shows and I look alright." But like, I was like literally remembering every time that I get annoyed that I was like, "Why am I so fucking slow? Why can I not like function that much of a sentence?" It's like, but it's also 8 p.m. I've been up since 4. I'm trying. I'm very stimulated from the stuff around me, and I was like literally laughing in my head, being like, just fucking smile and just think, Jesus Christ, this is
yeah,
really
do it.
simple. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like I remember literally like they were all eating fucking food from like a van, and I was just eating chicken. And like one of them said like, "You enjoying that?" And like in previous preps, I'd have been like, "Fuck off, bro, just leave me alone." But I was like, "Nah, man, it's fucking vile. I wish I wasn't eating this." But it was just I was having fun. Like I was just like trying to make the most of it and like trying to just again embrace it. And I think like when you try and shut it off and you're like you try and bullshit it, that's the worst thing. Just embrace. You're gonna feel a bit naff, but it is only temporary. And like I remember, like funnily enough, we drove but to Sanaya's brother's house. Sanaya drove, and I like got in the car, and within 30 seconds, I never slept in the car. Slept for the whole journey. Like, and Sanaya woke me up, and I was like, "Oh my god, I actually slept." And she was like, "Yeah, you're really fucked." I was like, "I am. Need to go to bed." So, and I was a few days out from finals there, but I remember like instead of in previous preps, I would have been like getting annoyed at myself, but I was like, I'm just a bit fucking slow today. Hey,
yeah. That's like today. Like I just sort of
yeah,
thought, right, like my body's giving me these signs. Don't try and get pissed off, or like don't get annoyed at yourself, or don't try and push through it. Just listen to your body a bit,
yeah,
and be like, oh, sound. I'll just pull back a bit. It doesn't mean fucking eat off plan, fucking binge. It's literally like, oh, I'm just gonna chill out a little bit more today.
yeah. No, legit, spot on. So yeah, right. Any questions on things? Is that everything?
No, that's all good, mate.
Yeah, man. Right, good time. 30 minutes. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed. I might not be obviously on the podcast next week. I mean, you can replace me with Josh if you want, because obviously I'm in America. So I imagine I'll probably be obviously out and about, inshallah. So if I am replaced by Josh, hopefully you have a good time. But if not, obviously I shall return the following week, which should be cool. So yeah, hopefully everyone's enjoyed the podcast being back, because I've really enjoyed them. To be fair, it's been nice. It's been something I look forward to, and as well, the views have been really good, and the community and the engagement has been good as well.
Yeah, engagement.
Engagement, guys, and also like clients I mentioned are like, oh, it's nice to like get you guys on the podcast.
Engagement because it's got a gay in it.
Oh yeah, engage.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. Fuck, man. So I'm engaged. I'm
Do you want to
engaged.
know something just to quickly leave us on?
Okay.
Something that I did that was really gay.
Okay.
So last night I went. So we have a candle that we sometimes light. Just it's just like in the front room. Went to
Yeah.
blow it out, and the first attempt didn't blow it out.
Oh, yeah, that's really gay, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
I just looked at Megan and I laughed and I was like, "That was gay, wasn't it?" She was like, "That was so gay."
Yeah. That
So
was.
yeah, that's mine for not even this week, for the last 2 days, literally.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very bent, mate.
You
Okay.
can't
I'm
say
not.
it's bent.
Oh yeah. Sorry, bro. That's incredibly. What's the different way
That
of putting it?
that actually is
Yeah.
right.
Right. Bye, guys. See you later. Peace. Bye bye.